You have to make a commitment to God. Then you can begin to experience the life he wants to give. Or you can make a commitment to money and experience the life money promises to give. You have to commit to one or the other. And they both basically say the exact same thing. They say, look, if you want to experience this wonderful life I have to offer, then what you need to do is give me your best. You give me the best of your time. You give me the best of your talent. You give me the best of your energy. You give me the best of affection. And they also say this, you must make sacrifices for me. They both say the same thing. God, money doesn't matter. I will give you the best life possible, but you must be committed to me, and that commitment reveals itself in giving me your best and making sacrifices for me. Then you can have the life I'm promising. Money and God do the exact same thing. Exact same thing. In fact, because of their rivals, get this. They each demand that you sacrifice the other for them. God goes, okay, give me your best, sacrifice for me, and I promise you I will give you this life. And one of the things you must sacrifice is my rival over there, money. You must let me control what you do with your money. You must let me control the time you spend trying to get money. You must be generous with it. You must give it away. You must live for it. You must sacrifice money to me if you want the life I can give. But money says the exact same thing. Money says, okay, here's the deal. You got to give me your best, the best of your time, not God. The best of your emotional investment, not God. You've got to give it to me and making me and enjoying all the things I have to offer. And by the way, you know what? You don't have time to do some of those serving things. You need to spend it with me. I don't want you to give that stuff away. I want you to keep this stuff so you can enjoy this stuff. You've got to sacrifice pursuits of God if you want what I have to offer. God and money are identical in the claims they make and the demands they make if you want their promise to be fulfilled in you. And the question is this. Have we made the choice to serve God and therefore sacrifice money for Him? Or have we made the choice to serve money and sacrifice God for it? Here's what Jesus said. It's one or the other. And everybody's doing one. To help us decide as we kind of wrap things up this morning, there's a story that Jesus told about a man who got confronted with this whole claims of God, claims of money, promise of God, promise of money. Do I sacrifice money for God or God for money? And his story went like this. It says in Matthew chapter 19, beginning the 16th verse, it says, now a man came up to Jesus and asked, Teacher, what good thing must I do to get eternal life? Get the question. Because you know what? With our ears, we eternal life, what do you mean? How do I go to heaven when I die? No. How do I get a significant life? How do I get a life that fits with somebody who's connected to God and to purpose? How do I get a life filled with satisfaction and happiness? A life that's abundant and free and without end. That's what that all means. How do I get that? Apparently, he didn't think he had it yet. Fair? Why do you ask me what is good? Jesus replied, there is only one who is good. That's God. But if you want to enter life, obey the commandments. Do you know what I love? How many times Jesus has a conversation with someone and he just plays along? He says, I see where we want to go. Fine, let's just walk that road for a little bit. See where it leads. So, okay, look, if you want to enter life, just obey the commandments. Which one, the man says? Surely you don't mean all. Have you counted how many there are, Jesus? So could you just give me, like, how God way back then kind of gave a top 10? Could you just give me a few so that I can keep those? And Jesus plays along. He said, okay, fine. Don't murder. And the guy goes, check. Do not commit adultery. Check. Do not steal. Yes, check. Do not give false testimony. Yes, check. Honor your father and mother. Yes, check. And love your neighbors yourself. Check. And how do I know we checked them all? Because the guy goes, all these I have kept, the young man said. What do I still lack? Now, this guy must have been one moral dude. I broke the honor your mother and father thing by the time I was 4 or 5. Never say anything bad about anybody. We won't even talk about hatred and lust, which Jesus said are the moral equivalent of adultery and murder. This love your neighbor thing as yourself. But he's going, oh, is that it? Yes, I've done it all. But I'm still missing something. And Jesus plays along. Oh, Jesus answered, one more thing. I don't know what I was thinking, just one thing. If you want to be perfect, go. Sell your possessions and give them to the poor. Then you'll have treasure in heaven. Transfer some of the stuff on the earthly treasure side to the eternal treasure side. Actually love your neighbor by helping them with what you've got, which you said you're already doing. And you'll have heavenly treasure. Then come, follow me. There it is. Check, check, check. Okay, here's the last thing. Sell what you've got. Help the poor. Really love them. Follow me. When the young man heard this, he went away sad because he had great wealth. He made a choice. He knew it was empty. He knew something was missing. He was young. He was a man of influence. He was very wealthy. He was very moral upstanding. But he said, it's just not making it. So we got a huge need. And Jesus plays along and goes, okay, let's just put our finger on something. Here's the deal. Rather than money, give money up for me. Give money up for God. Have eternal treasure, not heavenly treasure. Just come on, just do that and let's go. He said no. And how did he go away? Sad. Depressed. We don't know how his story went from there. But Jesus has said enough about people's lives who go that direction to know it got no better. It only got worse. And now here this morning, second Sunday of the new year, when so many of us make resolutions, and so many of us make resolutions about money and money management and debt and everything else. Now we're confronted with the words of Jesus saying, hey, how about this? How about be financially free? Choose to serve me rather than money. Sacrifice it and its pursuit for me, not me and my pursuits for it. And be generous. And build a righteously imbalanced portfolio, and you could